So welcome back to another episode of Off&Monster. So in the previous episode we started a new arc which is called, you guys did clarify some of the things about the translation of this arc. It's called Shinobu Mastered, as in to master something, right? But they also, I think Nishio Ishin made a joke about it sounding like mustard, and the translation also ran with that joke, and that's why they called it Shinobu Mustard arc. But it's supposed to be Shinobu Mastered. So thanks for the clarification on that. I was very confused as to why they would call it mustard. So, okay, makes more sense because of probably like her master and stuff like that, right? But we started off like this kind of like true case kind of vibe of an arc where they're solving the issue or the I guess the case of a bunch of girls from Araragi school, specifically from the basketball club, getting like being victims to Deathtopia, right? We presume. So they're getting all of their blood drained and they're still alive, but like extremely weakened. They're basically on the brink of death, right? So we're trying to solve like who it is. Obviously we as the viewers kind of know that it's or well, it was also revealed in the previous episode that it is Deathtopia, right? They also found out through like those cribs that they were solving, but it's really cool the way that they're doing this arc. I love the vibe of it. It's very fun. Also, I really like the cribs that they're putting into it. It's such a Monogatari way, like over the top, unnecessary, but it's so much fun to watch. And I love it. And also at the end we saw what's her name? Kanbaru's friend, who you guys did say that she's the same one from Monogatari, right? I did forget about her. But yeah, that's a nice detail, I guess. I don't think it plays too much of a role, but it's the same girl that we saw in Monogatari for like a few scenes. So yeah, that's cool. But let's see where this arc goes. Let's see when Deathtopia is gonna actually make her appearance, at least in front of like our guys, like Araragi, Shinobu, and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see that. And also, another thing is, a few more things actually. First of all, starting with tomorrow's episode, there's no more MTBB subs, so we're gonna be going with the Crunchyroll ones, which I'm guessing they're gonna be a bit worse, but just a heads up, they're gonna be different. They're gonna be the Crunchyroll ones, starting with tomorrow's episode. And also, since we are approaching the end of the series, we are on episode 10 of 14, there is currently a poll that went live yesterday about what's going to be replacing this on the channel, so it is already on my community page. If I remember, I'm gonna also link it down in the description, but I might also forget, and if I forget, it's on my community page, as I said, on the channel, so you can check it there, and you can vote for which anime is gonna be replacing this after we finish it. So yeah, make sure to go and vote for that. But yeah, that's about all. So if you want to watch this uncut and unblurred, it's gonna be on my Patreon, which is down in the description. And without further ado, let's go into Off&Monster episode 10. Five who gone missing. 3, yes. Oh wait, what? Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's more. That's more than we knew of. Yep. I see. Okay, the icon was gone. Especially if it's like a club that you do in your free time for fun.
まじい表面上は何の問題も起きていないみたいにも見えるからタチが悪いんです。辛いって思ってた子たちも一段落ついちゃうと変な充実感っていうか多幸感に満たされちゃったりもして麻痺してくるし、うっかり弱音を吐いた子をみんなでこぞって非難するとそれが変に楽しかったりもするみたいで、私たちからその体制を変革しにくいというのもあるんだ、荒木先輩。というのもその体制自体私たちの世代が作ったもので、彼女たちがやっていることは私たちがやっている。
Wait. Can I see the I want to see the text messages. So selfish. Ever heard of collective responsibility? You really think any university will accept you with that kind of attitude? Don't you dare. Wow, that's some gaslighting of the highest caliber. Holy. Wait, what did I just do? I did some delay. Okay.
私たちの世代が作ったもので、彼女たちがやっていることは私たちがやっていたこととほぼ同じなのだから。そう、どう感じているのかが違うだけなの。
I see. So
私たちだってやっぱり間違っていた。
So because of Kanbaru, everyone's taking this entire basketball thing a lot more, like, very, very seriously, even more so than they were supposed to, because they saw Kanbaru and everyone was like, took her as an icon, and they thought, okay, this is like a serious thing. This club is really serious because Kanbaru is this good at it, and she seems like really invested in it and stuff like that. But Kanbaru, even though she was an icon to them, they didn't know, like, her thought process around it was just like, oh, I just want to do it because it's fun for me. But everyone else took it as more like a serious thing, I guess. And then it became like this kind of like collective gaslighting facility. What? The school told you to be quiet about it? What? That's the biggest bombshell. What the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna need to cut that. Yes. Instantly say yes. No hesitation, Araragi. Mmm. いや。Oh, yeah. Yeah, why only that one? Why only one of the victims? Yep.
ものなのだ。
Yep. I agree.
口元ちゃんの場合、打ち捨てられた掘ったて小屋の中だったから、吸血鬼も人目を気にせず、ゆっくりと作業ができたってことじゃないでしょうか。
一応筆跡鑑定をしてみた。けれど確たる結論は出せなかったね。両者の筆跡が一致しているようには見えなかったが、吸血鬼に襲われながらの走り書きだったら乱れていても当然だし。
ですよ
Hmm.
ね。
追う側としては自己顕示欲の強い吸血鬼の方が探しやすくてとても助かるんだよね。といったところで、私は指揮官としてコヨミンに今夜のコマンドを入力したいと思う。
Input your commands.
はい。なんでしょう。
What a way to say it.
これはコヨミンにしかできないことなんだけれど、しのぶちゃんを一晩押さえつけていてほしい。
Why you gotta say it like that, ma'am?
お前様わしになんか
She knows instantly.
おいおい、出し抜けに何を言い出すんだ、しのぶちゃん。そんな疑いを持たれるようじゃ、もたれ合った僕たちの関係も
A relationship of codependence. I mean, it's true. We're in deep.
釘付けのことに縛り付けられとるっちゅうんじゃ。
まあまあ、ほらしのぶちゃん、お前の好きなドーナツをたく
Of
さん
course.
用意したよ。ゴールデンチョコレートだよ。
それが怪しさ満載じゃっちゅうんじゃ。我が主様、猫なで声を出すな。出し抜けにしようとしとるじゃないか。
The demon shadow.
くそ、ガエンさんも無茶を言ってくれる。しのぶに隠し事をするなんて、親に隠し事をするよりも難しいぜ。こいつと僕は切っても切れない一心同体なのだから。
Well, yeah, you spend way more time with Shinobu than with your
期
parents.
間限定のやつだよ。
お前様よ、そんなことを言ってはぐらかそうとしても。え、半分がポンデリングで、もう半分がオールドファッション。なんじゃいなこの夢のドーナツ。パないの。
It's a seasonal item.
今が午後10時だから、日の出まであと約7時間か。頑張れるかな。そうだ、しのぶ。お前との思い出深い春休みからずっと尋ねたいことがあったんだ。
I'm really glad that I saw the comment about the fluent or whatever it's called, the timeline being like in sync with our timeline, because I would have been so confused as to how the hell does he have an Apple Watch in 2007. But you guys talked about like how the timeline works and stuff like that.
そんな1年半の長きにわたる思いがあったのなら、なぜもっと早く尋ねん。
僕ってあの春休みにお前に血を吸われて不死身の
Yeah.
吸血鬼になったわけじゃん。
Yeah.
ほら、覚えてる？今にも消滅しそうだったお前に、こんな死に方も僕らしくって悪かね。とニヒルに笑いながら、自ら首筋を刺し
That's, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
受験勉強という使い果たして
Yeah. It was a bit different. You were kind of pathetic.
吸血鬼化に失敗していたら、一体どうなってたんだ？そもそも、吸血鬼化の失敗は吸血種にとってはどういう意味を持つんだ？
ついにそれを語るべき時が来たか。成長したな、我が主様。って不老不死じゃから成長はせんのじゃがな。
He's 165?
するな。もう不老不死じゃないし。
結論から言うと、もしもあの
Episode 1.
お前様が我が眷属
Episode 1.
我が奴隷となることに失敗しておれば、思考力を失ったゾンビと化しておったじゃろうな。これ、覚えておらんか？いつじゃったか違う時間軸で見た生ける屍の群れを。
Yep.
あったな、そんなこと。そうか。それを今回のミイラと連結して考えてはいなかったけれど、
I
言わ
see.
れてみれば、僕はもう前例を知っていた。
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
それも大量の失敗例とするならば、あの時間軸の別ルートの押野忍は、言うなら一種の自暴自棄で、目的も動機もなかった。この度の吸血鬼も自暴自棄なのだろうか。まあ、あれこれパターンができるほど、僕は吸血鬼を知っているわけじゃない。高校時代の友人の数と同じだ。片手で数えられる。全員、
Wow.
僕絡みではあるけれど。
Them? That's crazy.
いや、待てよ。待てよ、待てよ、待てよ、待てよ。そうだ。これもこれで、魔法をことなき見落としたぞ。 忍絡みというのであれば、直接の接点こそなくても、僕はもう一体、吸血鬼の存在を把握しているじゃないか。
Hermester!
忍、お前を吸血鬼にした吸血鬼、僕にとっては大元となる吸血鬼について、そういえば、まだ聞いたことがなかったな。
カッカ、ついにそれを語るべき時が来たか。決死にして必死にして万死の吸血鬼、かつてのわしの生みの親にして名付け親、デストピア・ビルトゥオーゾ・スーサイドマスターについて語るべき時が。
全てではないにせよ、あらかた分かった。
Okay, so she recounted the entire story.
僕に今晩、忍をとどめておくように命じたのだ。
どうしたお前様、恐れをなしたか。カカ、無理もない。わしもこの通りブルブル震えるわい。まあわしも去年お前様とのいざこざがあるまで自分が元人間じゃったことを忘れとったくらいじゃからの。スーサイドマスターとも600年近く会っておらんわ。カカ、無軌道な生き方をしておったあやつこそ神聖の吸血鬼じゃからの。とうに朽ち果てておるじゃろうな。
なあ、忍、無軌道な生き方って具体的にはどんな感じだった？
Of course, she doesn't know about the victims nowadays.
怪異だろうとなんだろうと
Or these victims here.
不思議なわしと違ってグルメな吸血鬼じゃったな。一旦メニューをこれと決めたらもうそれ以外の食材は口にしないというような頑固さの持ち主じゃった。実際当時まだ人間だった頃のわしを吸血すると決意したスーサイドマスターはそのせいで危うく餓死するところじゃったから。
Okay!
まあわしはそれを哀れんで血を吸わせてやったようなもんじゃ。こんな死に方もわしらしくって悪くないとニヒルに。
僕と同じこと言ってるぞ。
So that was one of the things that I was kind of like curious about was why, like, was the driving force for Deathtopia back when she wanted to suck her blood, was the driving force her pure stubbornness of not wanting to forfeit this kind of like feast, this kind of like objective that she had, or was she in part also enchanted by the spell from Shinobu or Acerola, right? Like, which one was it? Because she was very adamant on not doing anything but trying to eat her no matter what. So I was wondering whether it is actually just her stubbornness or it was part of the spell or the curse. But it seems like here, according to Shinobu at least, even though it is a bit of an unreliable narration of the story, it seems like it was just her actual stubbornness of, you know, not wanting to give up something that she deems as like gourmet food and stuff like that. That's cool. There was another thing that I wanted to say, but I'm forget. Oh, with the oddities. So one interesting thing, I guess, that I'm wondering about is, you know how every oddity is like, there's a meaning behind, like, or I guess symbolism behind why you would get hurt by an oddity and afflicted by an oddity. I do wonder if an oddity like this, that's like completely self-aware, completely sentient, right, and like completely individual, like a true vampire in Deathtopia, she, like, these girls, they could be random victims. She could just come up to a random person and basically eat them, and they wouldn't be, you know, necessarily connected to the oddity, but they would still get afflicted by the oddity, or I guess hurt by the oddity. So what I'm saying is, are all the oddity victims actually related, like symbolic or like somehow related to the oddity? I don't think so, because Araragi was saying a similar thing earlier as well. He was saying like, oh, all of the girls are like depressed and like they have this in common and this in common. But what if she's just hungry and she's an oddity who has her own goal? Obviously, she's gonna have her own goal, but there's not necessarily like any kind of connection between the victims, right? Maybe, like, obviously we know that there is something cooking up, but she could just legit need sustenance, right? She could just need to feed, and she feeds on the first person that she finds, right? So in theory, they could all just be random victims without any kind of connection with each other, right? So I feel like that's like one of the only parts of, like, I guess a oddity that could just hurt random people without any connection, at least from my memory, which I just find interesting. I don't think there's much more to that kind of theory, but I just find it interesting.
血は争えんな。はて、なぜいきなり今になって今更みたいにスーサイドマスターの話を。
Araragi dragged it out of you. He dragged it out of you.
はいはーい、今開けるよ。
This guy. ん？
こっちだよ。鬼のお兄ちゃん。
おののき！イェーイ！
やあやあ、おののきちゃんじゃないか。ちょうどいいところに来てくれたね。さあ、遠慮せずに、僕の膝の上に座りなさい。僕の膝は君のチャイルドシートだ。
お前様、キモいことを言う前に。
Thank you, Shinobu.
ノックしたのに窓の外から現れた人形娘のコント技法に。
And the little doll girl skit.
おののき今日。
貴族。幸いなことに、鬼のお兄ちゃんの膝の上でくつろぐほど。
Yeah, she's trying to kill your sister.
ガエンさんも言っていたな。私は現在で
Ah, yes.
だとすると何の用で？
何？用がなくっちゃ来ちゃいけなかった感じ。憑依。仕事でちょっと出かけていて、やっと帰ってきたら、月日のアホが在室中みたい
So she couldn't go back.
勉強とかしてやがんの。けれど、こっちでもお邪魔だったみたいだね。まあ、暇じゃない僕はおいとまするから、そのままディスカッションを続けてよ。おっと、そうそう。はい、これ、お土産。なんで
Fortune.
迷子娘が神様を務める北白蛇神社の
So she went to go and see Hachikuji. Okay.
両吉。いいのか悪いのかよくわ
Business. It's risky to dance to someone else's tune. Waiting for someone. Go see them instead. I don't like that. Actually, maybe we can go and see or find Deathtopia if we can. Health. Your mind is truly unhealthy. Oh. Studies. You must work hard without a moment of rest. Love. Hold your current... Oh my god, it's... No! I can't see what it says. Hold your current... Wait. Oh my god, wait. I'm getting it. The love one seems important. Come on. Am I even doing anything? I should be doing something. I should be going back frame by frame right now. Yep. Hold your current girlfriend dear.
両吉。いいのか悪いのかよくわからんな。
なんじゃい。仕事じゃとか言って、うね迷子娘のところに遊びに行っとったのか。だったらわしも呼べよ。遊んでいたわけじゃないよ。新人とはいえ、迷い
What are you doing?
この町を
Twister?
迷子だからね。仕事をする上では、筋を通しておかないとひどい目に。
おののきちゃん。月日ちゃんが部屋を開けるまで、ここでのんびりしていってくれていいぜ。チャイルドシートとチャイルドは、これから深夜のドライブに出かけてくるから。
Child seater to child door. This guy. He's calling himself a child seat. That's wild. Oh yes, training under the waterfall.
これはお恥ずかしい。ついに見られてしまいましたね。
Of course. Shinobu does not look impressed.
滝じゃなくてスポットライトを浴びているがごとしだったよ。お前。
いやはや、水も滴るいい女とはこのことではありませんね。
They do not.
ないのかよ。
Yeah. That's sick though.
そんなわけで、お久しぶりです、アメフラシさん。
That's very different.
久しぶりだが、僕の名前はアララギだ。
失礼、噛みました。
違う、わざとだ。
噛みました。
わざとじゃない。
Oh!
逆から言ってもわざとじゃない。
Oh!
あなたとも会いたかった。
The handshake.
誰がノブシじゃ。
Nobushi.
結果、忍者がモノノブになってしもうとるじゃないか。わしの名前はシノブじゃ。ってわしもやるんかい、これ。
Yeah.
違う、わざとじゃ。噛みまみた。わざとじゃなかったんだ。アナグラムでもわざとじゃないんかい。もとい、アナグラさん。
引っ張られてるじゃないか。あんたのことがあなたの手に繋がっていたら永遠に終わらないというものかい。
もとい、アララギさん。このような深い時間に山頂まで。
Oh, did you hear Sakamoto Maya being like, oh my god, do I have to do this as well? The voice, the Sakamoto Maya, the way that she said that was so good. She actually sounded so done with it. She was like, do I really have to indulge in this as well? Okay, I guess I'll do it as well. That was hilarious.
他でもありません。実はアララギさんに紹介したい
Oh, you know how to get him.
ほほう、何やら事情がありそうだな。
事情もなく幼女を紹介されとったらマジでヤバいやつじゃろ。正確には
Wait, what did that say?
紹介されとったらマジでヤバいやつじゃろ。
The young girl who wanted to keep riding on my shoulders after I was done mountain climbing gave me an elbow to the crown of my head.
正
Yep.
確には荒木さんにではなく忍さんになのですが。
どうやらマジでヤバいのはお前の方だったようだぜ、しのぶちゃん。
幼女を肩車したまま得意げになるな。肩をすくめるな。しがみつくぞ。して迷子娘、わしに紹介したい幼女。はい、こちらです。
Is it one of the victims? Yes. No! Deathtopia! Why is she so... Why is she so shriveled up?
なんちゅう変わり果てた姿に。
おい、しのぶ、お前何を言って。
てりゃ
危ない、しのぶ、気をつけ。八九時。
言っておきますが、幼女のミイラは最初から裸んぼだったのです。
Yeah, that's not the question.
最初からミイラだったわけでもないのです。どういう意味じゃ。一体何があった。神よ、一体今この町で何が起こっておるのじゃ。
しのぶ、どういう状態なんだ、そのミイラは。裸の幼女は。お前の生みの親でもあり、名付け親でもあるスーサイドマスターが、そもそも幼女だったってのに。
Well, at the beginning she wasn't.
その形状は吸血鬼になり損なっているゾンビみたいなコンディションなのか。
いいな、言うならこれは官民じゃ。
Cryptobiosis?
生ける屍ではなく既得状態。
Okay.
じゃからわしらを呼んだのじゃろ、迷子娘。ええ、海外からのお客様に隠しされるのは当事者として目覚めが悪いですからね。ですから事の真相を知るためにも荒木さんにはこの方を回復させるためのお薬を調達していただきたいのですよ。
お薬って何？調達ってどこに？
この世にはありません。でも
No!
あります。
No!
ご存知の通り。
あの世、ご存知って言われてもそんなの知らないぞ。
Do we have a heart span?
はずですよ、荒木さんは。だってこないだ旅したばかりじゃないですか。地獄ですよ。
That's... Nah!
血の池地獄です。
やれやれ仕方ねえ。どうやら行くしかなさそうだな。僕の第二のふるさと。
Second homeland.
お願いします。ほいきた。
Yeah, Shinobu has the heart span, right? Yeah.
こんな風にお前様を無礼打ちにする機会をずっと待っておった。よくもわしをチャイルドシートになど座らせて恥ずかしめてくれおったな。
喜んでくれているとばかり。なぜ今になって辛かったなんて言うんだ。夫婦のふっていつもの笑い方はどうした。
復讐は冷めてこそ美人。
That's wild.
スープの冷めない距離で付き合っているつもりだった。
400年間研鑽し続けた剣術をとくと味わえ。我が聖子流には7つの奥義がある。1の奥義、強化水月。2の奥義、波長風月。
Of course.
3の奥義、百花繚乱。4の奥義、
Ooh, that was sick.
5の奥義、活用。6の奥義、金の進化。7の奥義、落下老石。
Utter shambles.
7つの奥義を同時に繰り出す聖子流の最終奥義。七か八列。
Oh my god. What? That's how you end it? What's the after credit? Ah, welcome back, Araragi. Why is hell so pretty right now?
つまり地獄に落ちるはずが間違って天国に登っちゃった。
There's 0% chance you're going to heaven, Araragi.
もうなんてこった。見てるやつは見てるんだな。僕の普段からの行いを。
その通 失礼します、荒らぎ様。
美しい姫。
そう、
Is it?
私をそう呼ぶ方もいます。しかしどうかここ
It is.
アセロラ姫とお呼びください。
Yeah, that does sound like Sakamoto Maya. I'm just trying to think of ruler in Fate Apocrypha where Sakamoto Maya plays Jean d'Arc, and I'm trying to think of that voice because it sounds kind of familiar to that one, you know. But with Sakamoto Maya, it's I mean, her range is so insane that it's like, honestly, you could give me any voice and I would be like, you know what? If you tell me that this is Sakamoto Maya, I'm gonna believe you. Okay, anyways, this was wild. A wild episode. A lot of banter, obviously, between Araragi and Shinobu. Shinobu clarified the entire backstory to him, and he's not supposed to tell her about all of the disappearances, but due to Ononoki obviously talking about Hachikuji, and then them going to see her, and then they found Deathtopia. Now I feel like Shinobu's gonna get briefed on the story as well, so we'll see what's gonna happen with that. So, interesting thing is, we know that not Acerola, Deathtopia starved herself multiple times back 600 years ago, right? When she was in the presence of Shinobu. I'm guessing that the reason why she's getting like this starved right now and not just dying and resurrecting like she did back in the day is because she doesn't have enough power to do so, right? Because she seems like every time that she resurrected back 600 years ago when she died, she got a bit less powerful, right? She got smaller and smaller and smaller because of it. And I'm guessing that if now she starved to death, she would have a lot of trouble to resurrect, right? Okay, that's interesting. So the plan is there's some kind of like, what did I say? Some kind of like pond or something that they need like to get to cure her, like some blood stuff. So that's gonna be interesting. I wonder if that blood is supposed to be like the blood from Princess Acerola. That would kind of make sense because that's the thing that she was craving. And maybe this Princess Acerola here, I don't know, maybe I don't know what she's supposed to be, but maybe he's gonna have to get some kind of like her blood or something somehow to feed Deathtopia with it. And then they're gonna have to use the dream span to get him out of there, right? Wow, that's a convoluted way to go about it, but makes sense. The vibes are definitely different in this one. It turned from a true crime case into just a very oddity-related case, right? But that's cool. It's been a while since we saw Hell, so that's gonna be cool to see. What else is there? As I said, I do wonder, like, if there is necessarily an overarching, like, connection between all of the girls, or if Deathtopia was just actually hungry, right? And she was just attacking the first person that she saw. I guess if there is a connection between all of them, then there has to be like some kind of reason. But I do wonder if they're being led astray and like tunnel visioning on a detail that isn't actually that prominent or isn't that important. I don't know. But either way, because I could see them being like, you know what, we've been focusing so much on the detail of them being in a basketball group that's kind of like, or club that's kind of like, you know, not doing the greatest, and it's kind of toxic and stuff like that. And maybe that's the reason why they're being attacked by an oddity. Meanwhile, not realizing that maybe it was just Acerola. Maybe they were just all gathered in one place and Acerola was hungry and she just ended up, you know, finding them all. But to be fair, they were attacked like at different points in like time, so that wouldn't make too much sense. It's not like she attacked all of them at once. She attacked them one by one, so there must be a reason why she attacked those exact girls. And if it even was, well, it must have been her. Like, they didn't specifically show her attacking them. They showed one of the basketball girls seeing her, but they didn't show the actual attack, I think. So maybe it could have been someone else and they're throwing us off, but I don't think so. So I guess we'll see. As I said, I still do wonder if there is necessarily a connection between, yeah, the oddity attack and the girls' problems and stuff like that, but I don't know. I will see all of those things in future episodes of this arc, but yeah, I'm gonna end it here. As I said, make sure to go and vote on the poll on the channel for what's gonna be replacing this, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.